Hello. All right. So, hello, Andre. I hope that you're having a good morning or evening or whenever you're grading this thing. Today, I'm going to be giving you a breakdown of the mechanics that I chose to make for this prototype 1. So I went for two unusual mechanics, or they weren't unusual, but they're more of just like not really seen as much, or they're just like a little part of games typically, and that is the conveyor belt was the first one that I wanted to do, and then the second was a heat dispersion. You can see it clearly of the heat remaining, and then it, due to time, it loses its heat. The character, I made him be red because he emits heat and all. Basically, how the conveyor belt works is that there's a max speed setting that you can make. There's also a start energy need that it needs. So basically, the energy translates to heat. How much heat does it need? Which is supplied by this cube here, which it's powered by damaging the player, because the player is a source of the heat right here. So you can add conveyor belts of which the cube controls. So in this case, this cube controls this conveyor belt right here. If I play it, you can see that it's stopped. And there are other conveyor belts in the world that take you with it, but basically, if I stand on this, you can see my heat is draining in the top left, and then if I get off, then I can see that over time, the cube in the center lost its heat, and then it turned blue again. And so I can go around again and recharge it, and then it'll charge it again. Oh, I might die before that. If I run out of heat, aka my energy life force, then I'll run out. But yeah, then I can recharge it again. I added a lerp to that to make it look really nice as it's transitioning, and I like how it looks. So then, yep. So if you don't get it fast enough, then you'll jump off and you'll have to restart. Something cool that I wanted to do was that I wanted it to not make you lose all your health if you fall off, because I suspect that a lot of people will fall off during the actual game. I want it to focus more on getting to the end before all of your heat runs out. Yeah, you saw just then all my heat ran out, and then it fully restarts. So let me try and get to this next section here. So I'm going to charge it. It'll start. You can see it's moving now with the arrows, and then I can jump right here. And as you could see, the basically how what happened there is that the vector of the path of the I'm sorry, I can't really explain it too well, but the previous conveyor belt, normally what happens in Unreal is that you jump in place no matter what, like even if the conveyor belt is moving. Like say that this conveyor belt, you see I'm kind of jumping in place. That's because it's not traveling fast enough to affect my speed, versus like something like this can affect my forward velocity, versus this one not as well. Even that one could have. So basically what that yeah, and then I'm gonna restart to the beginning because I did make it to the end. But basically what I did was that I took the forward vector of that conveyor belt, and then I added it to add an impulse to the character, so then he could fly forward like this instead of just jumping in place. So I think that's a pretty nifty thing. I think that's about it. I tried to explain it to. I hope I didn't bore you to death with this. The cubes also make you lose your heat over time. You have to avoid those. These are checkpoints. The red arrows, and then I can just take this up and then jump, and then I'm done. And I think that's about it with my mechanics. So I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thank you. How do I stop this?